Be honest with yourself. How many times have you told yourself that you're going to get in shape? How many times that you told your friends, you told your family that you're going to do a hot girl summer and get that bikini bod? How many times did you say that you're going to start that new trendy diet that's been popping up on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube Shorts? How many times did you tell yourself that you were going to start a new hobby that you were hype about for the last 2 weeks straight, but then out of nowhere, so-called life happens. You said that you start tomorrow or Monday or even next year. For me, I say those are excuses, sweetie. That's some bullshit. Everyone, you, your friend, your dog, everyone, we all make excuses. Even me. Everyone makes excuses. No one's perfect. Even if they're the most smartest and successful person, that doesn't mean they don't make excuses before. We all do. And I find that kind of funny that we constantly making up excuses to seek comfort in these uncomfortable times, whether it be a workout or some type of work or project that's like very meaningful to us that could help us improve our lives. It's funny how we make these silly excuses to get in our comfort zone, but we never make good excuses. There's different types of excuses, the ones that we use to get out of something, or the ones that we use to do something, that we actually turn our reason, our whys, or our purpose. Because I feel like if you're gonna do something, we always gotta figure out what are our whys. Like, why are we doing it? Like, what's the whole purpose of it? Yeah, you could be passionate, but sometimes the passion, especially for certain people, it's like motivation. Yeah, it fires up, but then over time, a bunch of setbacks, failures, self-doubt eventually go away. And for purpose, yeah, you're gonna have your ups and downs, but you still have that reason to keep pushing. Is that why you started in the first place? Now, welcome to the Road to Redemption. We talk about some random ass shit while we inspire others, whether it be weight loss, fitness, or some real talk. Some others can hear, especially in the big or the fat community. We want to end that shit, because most of it's just bullshit at this point. Now, let's continue with today's topic: excuses. Known as a reason to avoid responsibility or not hold yourself accountable for their actions. We tend to make excuses when we don't feel like doing anything or feel discomfort and not to do anything at all. But for excuses, we shouldn't be making up, because if you really want to do something, no matter what time it is or how's the weather, you gotta have the discipline to eventually do it. You gotta have the discipline to do something that you don't like and pretend like you love it. Something that Mike Tyson would say. So yeah, like with these common excuses that we're gonna talk about and what we could do to improve our mindset. With my personal experience, something I'm gonna recommend it. I'm just gonna let you know that I'm not professional. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a coach where I'm trying to get my license soon or taking classes. I'm just a fat chick who's doing her shit, and I want to inspire people. So please do not judge. Please do not harass me. We do not do bullying. We only bully people who are being very, very, very delusional, and I might be one of them, but not. Now we're going to talk about the most common excuses and what we could do to improve our mindset so we can get shit done and stop making excuses. Because in the end, everyone has some type of time. but we're using that time wisely, like this first one. I don't have time. In today's fast-paced world, with too many responsibilities and some other world problems, I get that everyone is busy with work, school, home life, and even with their careers. And I get it that we don't all have our same schedule. Like everyone's schedule is different. Where they're doing a bunch of random shit, would be work, school, or some long type of shit or training, something. And you gotta be honest. Are you sure you don't have time? Or are you wasting it? I'm gonna explain it. Think about it. Write down your schedule, like what you really do throughout the day, where it's like different timings or not the same type of schedule. Just write it down step by step and how it is. Especially what you do in the morning, what you do at night, even before you go to bed. Just write it down. Really think about it. These small gaps, where it'd be like a little free time or break, or just hours doing nothing. And what you do, you're basically wasting your time because a lot of people tend to scroll through their phones, or be on TikTok, YouTube, even YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels. Everyone is constantly scrolling through their phones, watching some random ass shit. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I do it myself sometimes, but I could have done some type of short workout or some type of studying for some type of knowledge. So, what you could do with these small gaps, or you want to call it free time or break or whatever. Most people say that they don't have time because they have school or they have a long ass shift. And here's the thing: if they're gonna say that they're tired, it's like getting their like usual like 7, 8 hours of sleep. They tend to stay up late, constantly scrolling through their phone, or wasting their time standing still, or complaining about, oh, what am I doing? Like, like all that. That's just kind of bullshit. You have the options. Something that most people can do, especially for a good 15 minutes or even 25 minutes if they want to. They could just do the work. What I mean by that, you could create a short workout card. You could study a good few 10-15 minutes. You don't have to go to the gym for it. You could do body weight workouts. You could do push-ups or something that you love to do, or be dancing or something that's like active for like 15 minutes. If you want to, you could do 25 minutes. I'm gonna do a little story time, like little quick story time. Once upon a time, during my sophomore year of high school, when I was starting on my weight loss journey, and before my school became a little bit more stricter because it was like a go ass school, so that's why. Something I would do to be like more active, like especially trying to like balance like school, my personal life, and try and get more in shape. Like trying to work out more would be the gym or the PT team, because I was in RTC. I did the physical training team, and I thought that would also help me in a way it did. But you can't always like work out 2 times a week, and the rest of those days could just do nothing. So something that we did is that every lunchtime on a B day, I used to go jogs or walks on the school track. I would always do like a mile. If not a mile, I would do like 6 to 8 laps. Or sometimes try to do more depending on how many times or how many times I had left, before I got caught and get kicked out, because like I said, they weren't being that kind of strict with the track field, with the soccer field, like all that. We were kind of able to go on our own choice, but thanks to school fights, some dumb stuff happened, and that's what I used to do. And if I remember correctly, lunches would be like a 20-30 minute. So I used to like skip lunch or have like this, or I'll pack my own lunch, or it'd be like small, or kind of skip it on the last minute because I was like so focused on being more active, especially on getting my steps in. It was nothing crazy. It wasn't some crazy ass workout like hardcore, like jump off a building or do some military type thing, like extreme type workout. No, it was something simple, like especially you have these small gaps, these breaks. Like for me, during those lunchtimes, since it was like a 20-30 minute thing, I'll use it to go walking or jogging, to be more active. Because even though I wasn't too sure I'll be busy at home or some other things happen, like personal stuff. This is something that you could do. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone can do this. If there's something that you love to do, some type of workout or some type of way to be more active, like if you keep on doing it for like 10 to 20 or even 30 minutes, that should help you get some type of shape. Plus with the diet, counting calories, or even portion control. And I remember in the video, especially like some type of study, especially like shout out to Dr. Mike Diamond, he mentioned that every 10 minutes, depending on how's the pace, especially when you go walking, is equal to 1K step. So if you keep on doing it, you probably get to like 8K steps or even 10. But for starters, try to get that 1K as starting. Then go to 5K. For me, 5K will be like the bare minimum. If you go to 8K, that's good. If you go to 10K, that's great. If you can do more, that's good. It's like absolutely crazy. Especially if you want to challenge yourself to do more, that'd be super cool. But that's something that I recommend to like start off, like baby steps. You can't get like a 10K step like in a super short amount of timing, unless you're like David Goggins or type shit.
And obviously, lastly, I don't know where to start. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to create these crazy wannabe military style workout or starving yourself. One small movement, like a small hobby that you enjoy doing, whether it be push-ups, going on walks, or do some type of active movement throughout the day, that's gonna help you to get into the bigger picture, Not just that, you gotta be more mindful on what you're eating. Like start off with some protein, some eggs, some chicken, some good food. Then you can have some of the carbs, and then later on, maybe you could have something sweet, but be more mindful how many you put in your mouth. Like you could still improve on yourself without starving yourself or feeling miserable. If you keep it up, you're gonna be becoming the better version of yourself. But you also gotta handle failure and make sure you hold yourself accountable. That's all I gotta say. Those are my recommendations because of my experience. Remember, I am not a professional coach or whatever we call mindset, whatever, all that. I'm just a motherfucker who loves to work out and improve on herself and wants to share my journey to inspire people. But yeah, don't be lazy, be a badass, and work harder.